Yeah, we're definitely in the driving seat as far as the series goes. We have to keep remembering that we have got a little bit of time now to go away, reflect on what's been a difficult week. But in England, we are a very good side at bouncing back from a tough couple of days. And one thing you can never question about this group of players is the character and the way that they can respond to a difficult period or passage of play. So I'm fully expecting the guys to come back to Southampton refreshed, ready to go, and hopefully take an opportunity where we can wrap the series up. I think we sat down and spoke quite honestly about how we're going to get this right. It's happened on a couple of occasions. It's obviously not good enough in this format, and for the group of players that we got, it's well below par on what we're capable of doing, even if it is bowler-friendly conditions. So reverted back to a few things that have worked extremely well for us in the past, and we now have to carry that forward and do it for long periods of time. I think we have to be quite realistic about the surfaces we've been playing on. Throughout the whole summer, it's been very much tailored around seam bowling, and we've had some very bowler-friendly conditions. A lot of cloud cover, seamed around quite a lot, and it's obviously swung as well. And probably the hardest point to bat is opening up. He's a world-class performer. He's proven that time and time again. And actually, quite like you to write him off, because every time he's written off, he comes back and scores a double hundred. But I think we have to be realistic about these things. You look at both sides; both sets of top order have struggled, and it might be that's the case again in Southampton. That the only thing that you can do is try and find ways of counteracting that and find a way to adapt your game to perform well and score runs in these conditions. There's no one with more experience currently in Test cricket than him, so I'm sure he'll be calling upon all of that going into that game and giving himself the best chance. It's very early days in terms of, it was a small fracture at the top of his finger. We'll have to see how that settles down over time. We have got a bit of time till that next game, so we can assess that later down the line. He's obviously a world-class batter in good form, and of course will warrant his place within the side as a batter. In terms of keeping it, we are very fortunate to have Joss in the team already, and it would make things very easy in terms of him stepping into that role. Yeah, I mean, it's one game. Look at the rest of the series. Felt like I got a ball that kept quite low and nipped back sharply at Lords, and there's a chuck a run out in there as well. When I felt great at Edgbaston, it's very easy to actually look at the figures in a short space of time. I feel that I know what I'm capable of doing. I don't feel as if I'm Bambi on ice or anything, and I'm determined to get things right at Southampton. But ultimately, you've got to earn the right. You've got to get in and lay a platform to then go and make big scores. So again, you chuck that into some difficult conditions and an Indian side that's performed very well this week. If you're quite realistic about things, which I'll try to be, I don't think I'm far away from making big scores.